And joining me now to talk further about China's toilet revolution is Zhao Ma. He is an associate professor of modern Chinese history and culture at Washington University in St. Louis. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
So World Toilet Day was created to motivate countries around the world to build millions of toilets to improve global health. Talk about what China's contribution has been to that effort.
Well, I think before we talk about China's contribution to the toilet revolution, we have to step back to kind of look at the history of this and why China is so obsessed with this idea and the practice of a toilet revolution. You know, this is really part of this kind of China's traumatic encounter from the, with the foreigners back in the 19th, 20th century. So when the foreign colonialists, they visit China and then ridicule Chinese primitive sanitary system and then kind of criticize the incompetence of Chinese government to provide this fundamental service to its citizens. So that is to make China feel this is no longer a private issue, this is also a political issue. And this kind of complicated meanings make China part of a larger discourse of a toilet revolution.
So getting back to the revolution that's going forward, there's been a tremendous investment on the part of Beijing in basically renovating and reestablishing flush toilets around the country.
Oh, yes. I mean, that's kind of a very important step to make sure that the new technology not only available, but also affordable and also on a massive scale. This is what China's government is hoping to accomplish.
You know, having just come back from China myself, I can think about some of the answers to this question, but they do really the aim of this is really trying to welcome tourists and visitors, and obviously that's a big part of the Chinese economy, but also safe drinking water and hygiene. Talk about the impact there, and have we seen the corresponding response from tourists with these changes?
Oh, sure. I mean, here we are talking about multiple motivations for Chinese government to launch and this kind of a toilet revolution. The tourist industry is definitely one big driving force, but also with the improvement of a livelihood in rural China, and also with the rapid and kind of breathtaking urbanization in Chinese cities. So this is a very important part of the public works systems. And so that kind of drive Chinese government and local government and also the central government to make a big investment to improve this whole system.
Now, it's not just something that's going on in China itself. Of course, the World Toilet Day has to do with improvements around the world in this respect. Can you talk a little bit about the role of Bill Gates in this effort? This is a passion project for him.
I think it's interesting to see Bill Gates in this whole event because, I mean, American discourse, Bill Gates represent entrepreneurship and represent technology and innovation. And I think for China, the toilet revolution is more than just a technology and innovation. This is also about what a government can do and to make sure that the new technology not only accessible and affordable to the wealthy class, but also to the common people. And the Chinese government have done this ever since the day the PRC was founded. I mean, this is a very popular play they call Dragon Ditch Dragon Beard Ditch, Long Xu Gou, and it shows the new government and making commitment to the low-income class. So I think to have Bill Gates in the event and then to talk about the government responsibility on top of the personal innovation, that is something really exciting to see from this event.
Zhao Ma, thanks so much for your insights tonight from Washington University.